so here is the completed 3 rows of double crochet stitch. So now I'm going to be showing you guys how to change colors a different way than what we did before. We're going to be attaching our project to a new color. So this is our new color here. Is this off yellow, mustard yellow, whatever. So I'm going to be just joining these two. We're going to put them side by side like this. We're going to lay that on our forefinger and our thumb like this. Okay, are you guys following? So we're just pinching the two side by side like that, but the ends like this. And I'm just letting them hang out just a little bit like that. So I'm going to take my new color of yarn and I'm going to wrap that over my thumb and in between the yarn and this finger right here. So I'm going to over here, lift the finger, pinch it together, pull that pretty tight around your thumb, and then we're going to wrap again right in front of that. Right there in front of it. Won't stay. Again, pinch it together. Make sure it doesn't slide off your thumb. My gosh, it's not... Oh, there we go. For some reason that fell out. Okay, so just like that. Then we're going to wrap one more time, but in between our thumb and these two pieces of yarn. So right through here. And then you'll take the end pieces and fold them over that and hold it down with your thumb. Then we can slowly start to pull the working yarn, and it's going to pull these loops off of our finger and down here and create a knot. And there's our knot. So it's a pretty strong knot. See, I'm pulling on it super hard. But that will just join the two ends of yarn together and you can just keep going about your project. Now, the reason I pulled some of this out, because when I get to the end, this piece should be at the end. So if this is too confusing, I recommend just doing the other way I showed you in the previous video. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this double crochet stitch up here. All right, so I'm at the end of row 3. We'll go through the last loop. And then that knot will just be hidden in our work. And boom, we've started a new color and a new row right here. Okay, so I hope you guys can see how we did that piece. It was pretty easy, I would say. Hopefully you didn't have any difficulty doing that. All right, so then we're going to chain. Once we're at the end here and we've added our new color, chain 1 stitch, chain another, and another. So we've got 3 that we just started. We're going to turn our work around so it's on the other side now. And again, we've got 3. So you guys can imagine what we'll be starting here. It's a triple crochet stitch. Super fun. So in our last video, we learned how to do the double crochet stitch, which created these little nice stacked posts. You can see when you pull and stretch the piece out, you have like 2 stitches stacked. Then it goes to like a row, you know? So now we're going to be doing 3. So there's 3 up. After we've created 3 stitches that are going up, and we need this length because our stitches are going to be tall, we're going to yarn over 2 times on our hook like this. So you'll have 3 loops around your hook. This would stay focused. What's going on? Okay, so we've got the 3 loops. We just yarned over twice. Okay. We're going to skip this first stitch where my finger is through and go to this one right here. So insert your hook into the work, to that. Make sure you get these 2 loops, remember, because you can accidentally split it and go through this or that way. which we'll get to that later, but for now we're going to go through both the loops. Yarn over the hook and pull through that loop. So now you have 4 loops on your hook. That's what it should look like, okay? Yarn over the hook and pull through 2 of those loops, the first 2. You have 3 loops left on your hook. Yarn over the hook again and pull through those 2 loops. And then you have 2. You're going to yarn over one more time and pull through 2. Just like that. So we've created our first actual triple crochet or treble crochet stitch. Let's do it again. Yarn over the hook twice. Find the next stitch. Go through the work. We're going to yarn over and pull through the loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. So you see why it's called treble? We do it 3 times. And this is going to create a very tall looking stitch. And don't worry about this end kind of leaning inwards a little bit like that. When we go to the next row, it's going to pull it outwards. So don't worry if this is curving inwards a little bit. That's totally fine. So you can see the reason people would make a stitch like this is to create a very airy feeling. If you're making an afghan or clothing, maybe a sweater, maybe like one of those pocket shawls or something, you'd use one of these stitches to create bigger holes. So again, that will create an airy feeling when you put it on or whatever. So again, we'll go over twice, find the next stitch. So I hope you guys are learning this stitch okay. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm trying to go as slow as possible. Sometimes when you just get in your rhythm, you just tend to go faster. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far. So this stitch is pretty easy. I do want to point out that when you create stitches like this, it actually uses less yarn than it does the previous one. And the same thing for like this one or this one. So we're using less yarn with this stitch compared to like the single stitch. And the reason being, you can see, is because of the holes. All these holes. So there's no yarn there that there is right here. So this is using up less yarn, and your project will go faster because it's going to start getting taller or lengthy fairly fast. So I hope that helps. So this stitch, it's fun to do, but it's also, I don't like how airy it can be. It can be like a cool accent piece or something on the end maybe of something, but I think I prefer the double over all the stitches. But so I'm going to go ahead and complete 2 rows of this. We're only going to do 2 this time. That way we can move on to the next stitch and new color. So go ahead and complete 2 rows of this. I'm going to go through it one more time. So yarn over twice. Find your next stitch just through these 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through that loop. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. We're left with 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through those 2. And you've completed a triple or treble crochet stitch. I hope this video helped you guys learn something new, and I can't wait for the next stitching to get on with making our sampler afghan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.